tourism is a big thing, but people do not understand.
Now, that's the same mindset we want to really
big
broaden.
thing. You find someone who grew up in Imbalala, but they have never been in Lake Mburo National Park, which is a shame. When you ask them, they say, maybe places for Wazungus.
Very much welcome, everyone. This is Destination 256 podcast. I mean, the first ever tourism forecast podcast in Uganda. We are looking at normalizing conversation around tourism. What we have as Uganda, as Destination Uganda, is so much. We have a lot to offer. I mean, our premium product is the gorillas, but we have a lot to offer to everyone. And that and more is what we want people to experience. And with me here, I have a gentleman. I call him a veteran in this game. He has a lot to share with you. He has a lot of experience in the tourism sector. He has seen it grow from where they have started to where it is now. He thinks and he has a lot of thoughts of what it will look like 5 years, 10 years from now, because he has been there. Yes, you much welcome, Mr. Alpha.
Wow, thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here on this
It's
broadcast.
a pleasure hosting you.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Alpha Okello, though I don't look like an Okello. But
I was surprised when I
true.
saw you.
Yeah,
I was like, this looks like a one Sentongo.
Yeah, true. And people actually, when I tell them my name, they say, "Oh, wow, your name is Okello." Yeah. So I am Okello Alpha. I run a company now called Gecko Safaris, which is started like 10 years ago. But in the game, I've been in the game for about 20 years, I would say.
20 years.
Yes.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Mr. Alpha, you've seen this industry.
I have seen it.
You've seen it from where you started, because now you are sharing from your perspective.
Yeah.
You as Alpha.
Yes.
From where you started, what do you think made sense then, and how has it rolled to right now where you are?
Yes.
You see that whatever you're having, yes, you can count blessings out of this industry.
Yeah. What I see now and what I used to see then is totally different, because by then, opening up a company wasn't so easy, and then getting to acquire knowledge about tourism was not so easy. It was a bit difficult because there was a gap in age of people who are running tourism then and the people who wanted to enter tourism then. But as of today, you can find a tour company and the person who is running it is like 25 years. Even 20, 23, immediately after campus, anyone can be able to.
We have a lot of young people joining tourism now.
But by then, I don't know, by then it was about 50 years and above. It was a bit difficult for me and my colleague then, Rashid Jimba. We used to be seen as, I don't know, Bayaye.
I want that story.
Yeah, you want the story?
I want that story.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
way back in 2004, around June, I got a call from my long-term friend. I call him a brother because we grew up together in Masaka.
Okello in Masaka.
Yeah, Okello in Masaka.
That's why I have the right of calling you Sentongo.
Exactly. And I used to call myself Semakula. So that I can fit in.
The people.
Otherwise, they used to look at me like, Okello. So Rashid called me and he said, "Hey, Alpha, where are you?" I'm saying, "I'm in Indeba." Doing what? I'm selling timbers here. He's like, "You need to come and we meet. There's something I want to take you through." I asked him, "What? Can't you tell me on the phone?" He said, "You come." "What is it about?" He said, "Yeah, we want to open up an office." I said, "An office? To do what?" He said, "An office for tourists." I said, "It's okay. I'll come." I boarded a border, came to town, met Rashid at a restaurant called Chinese Great Wall. It used to be at Slow Boat in front there. It is no longer there, but it used to be there. So we met there. We ordered for some sodas, and then we started talking. Rashid told me how he's doing tourism at campus, Makerere, the main university. And then he wants us to open up a tour company. He told Rashid, a tour company? What do they do? He took me through.
You didn't have any knowledge about tourism.
The only thing I had in mind, we used to sit at the new road in Masaka there, and we used to see tourist vehicles passing. Not Ugandan tourist vehicles. There were vehicles from South Africa.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, from South Africa. And then I used to see a company which is in my mind still today, because even when I opened up my company, I had to name it that company. They used to call it Gecko.
Gecko.
Yes.
What does Gecko mean? Did you even bother
just a
looking
gecko
out?
like you see, but me, the name I used to see was Gecko. I don't know what it means, but it was the word Gecko, and Gecko is my mind until today. So we sat with Rashid, we talked, he told me, I asked him, now, these tourists, where are we going to get them from? He said, my mother, the mother is called, our mother actually, is called Sarah Chimba in Masaka. He owns a big hotel called Hotel Brovard.
Also, she's the owner of Hotel Brovard?
Yes, the owner of Hotel Brovard. Yes, actually, it's one of the it's the biggest up country.
It's
I would
the biggest,
say.
Yes.
So told me, my mother gave me a contact of that person. It's called Sandy. I asked him, Sandy, where does Sandy sit?
Was Sandy going to give you tourists?
Exactly, that was the thing that Sandy is going to give us tourists. So I said, Rashid, you know what? Before we go further, let us go and meet Sandy. We met Sunday at, I don't know if you know where the transformer on Wumu Street is, the transformer.
Yes.
Around there.
Just next to that
There was
new
a special,
building,
yes, special hire tax. Used to have one. So we met Sunday. So when I saw Sunday, I really, my heart.
He was a special hire person.
Yes. Because maybe sometimes you used to get one or two, but I saw that this can't be a business we are going to do. Yeah, we talked with Sunday. We asked him. He said, yeah, even yesterday, there was someone who wanted to go to Jinja. Hey, I said, Rashid, okay. Rashid went ahead. There's a guy, we call him Pokino in Masaka, helped us to open up the account at the company.
Isn't Pokino a title?
Yeah, it's
a title like
something in Buganda.
In Buganda, yes.
We call him Sasa Hivi. That is the name we call him. Sasa Hivi. Sasa Hivi went ahead and opened up the company. So on the time of the account, he told us, you need to get someone to recommend you. So we found one, I will not say, I'll mention the name, but we found that guy in the bank, Barclays Bank. We asked him to recommend us to just on the form. He said, no, I can't. You're opening up a dollar account. Why? You young people.
Where was that guy coming from?
As in, he's in tourism, even today. But we know him. We saw him and we know him. But he refused. So we had to call someone from Masaka to recommend us. He recommended us. We opened up an account. And then we opened the offices. I don't know if you know where Black Lines, by then it was called Black Lines House, but now it is called Shumuko Building. It keeps on changing. I think there's legal issues with it. They
are still fighting.
That Black Lines used to be for Katatumba. And that guy, by the way, Katatumba, used to come to our office frequently. And Rashid used to tell me that he's a very rich man, Katatumba. And I remembered when we were young, there was a guy we used to hear. He has helicopters, what?
The dad to Angela, Angela Katatumba.
Yes, yes. And if you had an argument about being rich, you rush to call yourself Katatumba. So if you say that you are Katatumba, you're the biggest.
You're already rich.
So Katatumba came in the office, in our office, in those containers in the parking. So by now they were removed by KCCA, I think. Yeah, so he came to our offices, wanted to book a ticket over to US, something like that. So he said, I want the economy of economy. I said, now what is that?
What is that?
Economy of economy. I said, Mr. Katatumba, our system is a little bit down because I didn't know what to do. I told him, the system is down, but we'll work on it and I'll bring the quotation to your offices. He said, no, I'll come back. He went. So then Rashid was at campus, so he had to go back to campus to study. He used to come in the morning, then at around 11, he goes, then I see him the next day in the morning, like that. And in the night, we used to call each other to talk about how the day went. So he used to call me in the evening, Alpha, what happened? Hey, there's nothing, Rashid. The only person who came, oh my God, being green about something is really bad. There's a guy who came, he said he wants to go for whitewater rafting. I told him we don't do that. Then Rashid,
Adventure tourism.
Yes. Rashid was like, Alpha, what happened today? I told him there was a guy who came. He said he wants to do whitewater rafting. And then what happened? I told him we don't do that. Then Rashid was like, we don't do that, but I think Alpha, we do it. There's a guy called Dennis Ntege. That Dennis Ntege works with Adrift. So Adrift, they do whitewater rafting.
First, wait. Adrift was there by then.
Yeah, Adrift was there.
It's still... So, if we are counting big brands in tourism...
Adrift was there. Was there and it was big.
Was Lemara there?
No. Lemara is new.
Lemara is new.
Yeah, Lemara is very new. So... Then I understood Rashid is, I said, okay, we have it. Okay, we can do it. By then it was about $85, full day rafting. And then they give you meal and unlimited beers. So the next day, the guy comes back. I think he was walking around trying to do shopping, but he couldn't find it. He came back. He asked me, but how come that you don't do whitewater rafting? Because I know on the River Nile, I told him, yes, we do. We do. Only that I thought that you wanted to go that day.
How did you come?
I'm telling you, because I had a conversation with Rashid last night.
Later, yes. Now, I'm trying to find how did you come back now to make him believe that you do. Yet yesterday you said you don't.
I'm a street boy, I would say. I changed the story. So I told him yesterday, I thought you wanted to go that day. Because normally rafting starts in the morning. So you came here at around midday. I thought you wanted to go by now. No, he said, no, I want to go on the weekend. He said, no, it's okay. So he paid $85. We used to get commission from Adrift of about $10. So he gave me the money. Green me, I didn't know how the dollar looks like. So I looked at the money. But Rashid had already briefed me that whenever you get dollars, run to Biko Forex Bureau and make sure you change that money before the client leaves. Hey, so that you know that it's legit money.
Legit.
So I left the guy there. I gave him a soda. I went out. I changed the money. I took the money in the Forex Bureau. My God. The guy looked at me. There's a guy called Ali. The guy looked at me having $85. The way I am looking, maybe he thought that I grabbed it from someone on the streets because by then dollars were not everywhere.
Were rare.
So the guy changed it. He gave me the money. I don't even know the rate. I came back to the office. I gave the guy receipt. I told him tomorrow, where are we going to be picking you from, blah, blah. He gave me all the details. Then I told Rashid. Rashid told me that, Alpha, how could you pick money from a client when you don't know that you're going to take them? I said, Rashid, you told me yesterday that Dennis Ntege does the thing. So we called Ntege. Ntege was positive. He said, okay, yeah, we have pickup location. We have Sheraton parking. We have Nando's. You remember Nando's down there?
Yes.
We have Nando's at 7:45. Sheraton is 7:30. Blah blah. I had to wake up very early in the morning to be there to see if the client is picked. Yeah, the client was picked and they enjoyed the tour. So that was number one.
Your first client.
Our first client did rafting. Then there was a lady working with Price Waterhouse. Is Price Waterhouse? The auditing firm, the big is international, on Communications House. The lady came in our office. I was there and Rashid was there. She said she wants to do a rescue from Para. Said a rescue from Para? Now, rescue how? He said there's a friend of hers came from UK, went with a rented car, but the car broke down. So they need a rescue to pick them from there. Then Rashid told me, now that one is difficult. I don't know, because we had some quotations from big companies. Like if you want a 3-day Murchison, we had quotations from Pearl of Africa. I don't know if you know about it. So, but there was, when you look at the list, there's no rescue.
Rescue price.
That was something new. So I told Rashid, you know what, first wait. There used to be a place where The guides then, they were not really guides, they were drivers, but they used to call themselves guides because they knew about this thing. So I said, let me first go there. There's a place called Kayembe. I went to Kayembe. I told them, I have a client who wants to do a rescue from Para. They said, Para in Murchison Falls. I said, that one, but I didn't know Murchison Falls exists. So the guy came, picked, he said, yeah. I told him, you know what, you come and we go, you talk to the client directly, but whatever deal you make you have to give us 50,000. The guy came.
50,000 was money.
It was money. So the guy came, talked to the client in very good English, said, yeah, I look, I see. And I admired the guy. I said, I wish I was like
because
him.
of the English.
The English. I see they were connecting. You understand? Distances, what, money, fuel, blah, blah. So they were connecting. That guy is called Tamale Joseph. So they talked, and they made a deal of about 250,000, inclusive of fuel. They agreed the guy is going to wake up very early in the morning, pick them, bring them back. So by then, going to Murchison, it is now 5 to 6 hours. By then, it used to be like 10 hours.
The road.
Yes. And the bureaucracy in the park, whatever. So, yeah, we made a deal and we made 50,000.
There.
Yes.
Clean money.
Then I told Rashid, you know what? The thing is working. Then we landed into some journalists from Sweden. No, they were from UK. These guys were at Speak Hotel. They came, they wanted to do gorilla tracking. Gorilla tracking. Yes. So I checked in the list of the one we got from Pearl of Africa. Yes. We saw gorilla tracking. If there are 4 people, they pay $850, inclusive of a gorilla permit, hotel, transfers, meals, drinking water, and some other activities. So I told them $850. I told them $850. So these guys, because they have searched, they couldn't find anybody to take them. So they asked me to make for them a receipt.
How many guys were
there? There were 6. They asked me to make for them a receipt. I said, now, just like that. They said, yes, we want a receipt. We want to pay. They paid me 850 pounds, not dollars. Because me, I said 850, just like that. Since they were coming from UK, for them, they knew pounds. So they gave me pounds. And I don't know if you understand the difference between the pound and the dollar. So they gave me almost double of the money I requested. So, as usual, I had to run to Biko Forex Bureau to change the money to see if it is legit. So, yeah, I changed. We got millions of money. I don't even remember. It was millions of money. So, that time I didn't wait for Rashid to call me in the night. I called him after. Rashid, we have the money here. Rashid had to rush to come back to the office and see. Then we
how things work out.
Yeah, how we are going. Then he asked me, so how are we going to arrange? I told him, I don't know. But Tamale, I think he has an idea. We called it Tamale.
You called Tamale.
Tamale came. Yeah, he told us now you need to buy permits, you need the passport copies. I didn't get all those details from the clients. But they were still around. Yeah, because that area was really for tourists. So I looked for them. I told them, hey, you guys, you didn't give me your passport copy. Like, oh, sure. Okay, here it is. We made a copy and then they went.
But first, wait. By then, gorilla tracking was $850.
Yeah, the package. But the permit itself.
How much was the permit?
The permit was $275.
And right now it is?
It is $800 today. It moved from $700. It is now the new tariff, which is coming out in June.
It is already working, actually.
Yeah, if you're buying permits past June.
Yes.
But if you're buying permit below June, it is $700.
$700.
Yeah, but after June, it's going to be $800.
So the sector is growing, really?
Very, I would say. Because by then we used to be fly catchers. But if I can sit now in my office and I book a tour of someone I don't even know, you understand?
They trust you, they give you the money.
Yeah, because by then the legislatory bodies were very weak. The publicity about Ugandan tourism was very, very weak, I would say.
You mentioned by then UTB had how many?
Like 4 or 5. Because I remember in 2007, that was our first trade show to go to London, WTM. My colleague, partner Rashid, represented the company. But we went in the meeting, and that CEO by Inguza looked at us. He was like,
You hooligans.
you can't go. So you want to go and remain there.
He had called you hooligans.
Yes, he
before.
said, but he said, you people, get out of my office. You can't go to London. By then, there was a guy called Edwin Muzahula. That Edwin came in as a marketing manager. UTB was growing from 2005 to 2007. There was a big change, and they have about 10 staff by then with some interns. So Edwin said, because Edwin was also young. Actually, he's almost our age mate. So he said, Mr. Bayinguza, these people must go. Because you see, you guys, you're moving out. These ones are taking over. So if you don't train them now,
they will never.
He said, hey, I looked at Muzahura. I said, hey, this guy, I think, he's our guy. So we registered.
Was that expo paid for? Or
we used to pay half,
and
but subsidized a little bit, because by then we used to pay about $3,000 to go to such shows to participate. Then plus your ticket and your accommodation it used to cost you like $10,000, which is not the case now. So Rashid went, and then you met some people, made some deals. He came back. We started following up, because by then, after that, we had a website, we had emails, we could communicate. Things were getting better. So we got our first clients in 2019. Imagine we went in 2007. We got the first group of tourists from UK in 2009.
That's a gap of
2 years, I would say.
Years.
You see how tourism, you have to wait and relax, because tourism is not like selling tomatoes that you invest today and get tomorrow.
Exactly. So I'm thinking, because right now we have the Uganda Conversion Bureau.
Yes. It wasn't there.
It wasn't there then. And I'm thinking it's a lot of work.
By the way, mice is a new thing on the market.
Yes, mice is a new thing.
And if we treat mice the way other countries like Rwanda treat mice, because we have the facilities, I would say. We have much hotels than that small country, Rwanda. Tourism is a big thing, but people do not understand.
No, that's the same mindset we want to really
big thing. But mice is really big. And my first class in UTB in mice, I realized that we've been getting clients by mistake. You understand? One, we do not specialize. We sell everything. So if you walk in a company like, let's say, volcanoes, and you tell them that I want to go and climb Renzoris, they will tell you, sorry.
We are only doing gorillas.
We are only doing gorillas and top luxury gorilla tracking. Not these 3 days, because what you call 3 days to them is about 8 days, because they want to take a client to see the gorillas when the client is really focusing on that. But you drive a client from Kampala for 9 to 10 hours, and then the next day they are tracking gorillas. For them, they are not into like that. For them, they're doing flying safaris. Now, there is no rest. So for us, we are busy looking at the adventure tourists, because they don't mind. There's a client who asked me if I can drive even him at night. I can take him there at night. I mean, they don't mind. So that clientele is there, and this budget clientele is there, and the mid-range is there. So we don't specialize. We don't know our target market.
Yes, I was having a chat with Rick Taylor, the consultant.
Yeah. I know those ones are very good, by the way.
Very good.
If government has ever hired people who have worked for us, those guys are really good.
I mean, I spent all the time they were here. I would take a time and go, have something to learn. And every aspect they would hint on, would be like, we still have money here.
True. And actually, when they take you through, you can see yourself that you're late to bump into it.
Just to bring everyone at fire, MICE stands for meetings, incentives, conferences, events, and exhibitions. Yeah, that's just a short term. So these shows they are having in Lugogo,
that's
all
MICE.
those fall under MICE.
That's MICE. And then, to be honest with you, a company like mine, I only need 2 events a year. Just 2 events. Not to run these tours every day, 3 days, 4 days. No, just 2 events and I'm done. You understand? So, yeah, because when you look at the way we were before and the way we are now, because right now I think UTB has about 51 people.
They
you see
50,
that
54,
every department is functioning. We have the
yes.
quality assurance. We have the quality assurance is licensing and so on, I think. And then we have the one for hotels. We have
The
one for
grading that
investment. Actually, if there's any way we can empower that investment department, because with my friend Rashid, one day we were talking about investments.
But Rashid is on the board.
He is. And I think, I believe he's
yeah.
going to give them, if he's not selfish, he's going to give them what they should do, and please let them follow it up. Because we were calculating the investment, how people invest in Uganda. We looked at Acacia Mall, and then we gave it a value of about $35 to $40 million investment. There's a lodge in Rwanda called Bisate. Its investment is about $3 million. But the money Bisate makes, because a room in Bisate in high season ranges from $7,500 to $10,500. So if you look at the tenants of Acacia Mall, if they all pay, you understand? If they all pay, you can collect like $200,000.
I'm thinking, do we have, because when now we are talking about MICE.
Yeah.
When you have incentives, these people who are coming in as incentive travelers.
Yes.
Do we have that accommodation?
We do.
That caters for them. They come and feel, my boss gave me a tour.
There are few.
There are few.
Yeah, there are few companies.
Because
there are few hotels and lodges.
If you see on the grading and classification, we only have how many? 5-star?
There are few.
3.
There are few.
3 5-stars
Yes.
in Uganda.
True. There are few. And the challenge is, okay, a property can be a 5-star when you look at it. But when they take you through the bureaucracy of making it a 5-star, it's really a lot. Because I hear sometimes there's a number of rooms you must have. You must your cooking area must be big to this size. You must have like 3 bars. You must have like 2 swimming pools. You must have,
2 gates.
that
brings
in and out. So there is a lot. But there are few properties I see that they can make it to that categories, but they don't have such things.
So you're saying Bisate.
Bisate in Rwanda. So
that high amount that
and it's not the highest. There's another one called Singita Kwitonda. Singita Kwitonda, a room goes for $17,000 and a minimum stay. There's a minimum stay. You don't come for one night. You don't go and sell your pigs, then you come to sleep. And to book that room, actually, you need to send in your profile first.
They need to see who is going to sleep here.
Because you're not going to talk to their rich people.
And get business.
And get business from them. You scam them. You understand? So you must submit in your profile. They look at it. They say, now this guy who's working with
the CEO,
yes,
the board.
He can mingle. They can let him talk to, because there is one dining. You understand? So there are things I wish to do in my life. Like if I get a chance to get a one high season and I sleep in Singita Kwitonda for 3 nights, I believe my life will be changed. If they believe my profile.
Next year you're a billionaire.
Yeah, exactly. If my profile, the one I'm going to submit, it will be allowed. But there is a chance of saying, this guy doesn't earn about $1 million a year. He can't sleep here. You understand? So if such properties come on board, if we find a way of putting much emphasis in that department of investment, and we attract investors to invest in tourism, especially in lodges, and especially in high-end lodges. You understand? Yeah, because right now, as of today, the most expensive lodge we have in Uganda, I think it is Clouds Lodge. Clouds Lodge. The room
We have for us now, we young people, we say, hey, Pakuba, hey, Remala,
No.
hey, it's my life safaris.
So, no, there is Clouds Lodge is in Kisoro. Hey, in Nkulingo area there. Clouds Lodge, a room goes for about $2,500. A double room, all inclusive. But when you compare that to the one in Rwanda, you see there is a very big gap because the most expensive room in Rwanda is $17,000.
I'm actually liking it that you're comparing Rwanda and Uganda and not Kenya. Because Kenya is on another level.
Exactly. Because now when you go to a park like Masai Mara, they can sleep about 2,500 people in a single room. In single rooms. You understand? And in a 3-star and above. But in Uganda, when you go to our park, the biggest now we have is Kidepo. That one, no. Let's go, when you go to Murchison Falls National Park, you cannot sleep 1,000 people in a single room. You understand? Because Pakuba, yes, it is big, but they may not have 100 rooms. Para is big, but they don't meant to have 100 rooms. Then the rest, they look at 20, 25. So the total, the whole total.
Is really 20, 25.
Yeah, the whole total of Murchison Falls, you may sleep about 450.
So we
need properties.
A lot of lodges there.
We need properties. And in Kenya, in Masai Mara, in high season, there's what they call seasonal camps. They only come in June, July, August, and they close. And that room, they construct it in 4 days. It is a tent, but a luxury tent. That room, the cheapest you can pay is like $700. But this guy...
The cheapest?
Yeah. This guy puts them there in high season, only high season. June, July, August. They dismantle everything. They go sit in the office for bookings next year.
Wow.
Yeah. If we try to talk to people, there's a project Amos had started, the container project. I don't know how it died, but it was a very good project because a young person like you...
I'm going to ask him about
Yeah, please. A young person like you can own a lodge. You understand? At a very cheaper cost. You understand? Because that project, I was reading about it, it was really nice. It was helping us, the young people, to have a room. Like to be in partnership with a big person like Amos. And then you can own it, and then you buy it, they run it for you, they book it for you, for clients, they give you your money slowly back.
So it's like a money-generating thing.
There are so many gaps in tourism where we need investment. Because now, when you go to Sese Islands, the islands are very beautiful.
Does Sese Island give you that cost
vibe?
Yes,
but when you look at the activities you do in Mombasa and you come to Sese Islands, they're not there. The hotels are there. Yes, my colleague Rashid has the biggest hotel in the islands. We shall host one podcast from Please, if you can.
You need to talk to Rashid. And
yes, he has,
we go to Sese.
Yeah, he has Sese, Brovard Sands in Sese. But when you look at the people who are going to Kalangala, they're happy going, happy sleeping, but what do? There are very few activities. Yeah. So if we find an investor to invest into that, the chain will grow because the investor comes and invests, gets money, and then craft shops will be selling. Other people, small people. You see, like I said, tourism is a big thing.
Yeah.
Do you know that you can have a tourist in your hotel and they refuse to eat your breakfast? They run on the street, buy a Rolex.
Yeah, that they want to experience that.
You see? How
have we done enough with that? With our marketing, with our services, with everything we say we are offering, because if we put one focus on only Mount Gorillas, that alone, the money that can be generated.
Actually, when you say that, it reminds me of a guy called Asimwe, who is now the head of PSFU. He used to be the CEO of UTB. Simwe used to cry when we are in the meetings. He used to tell us that you guys, we need to specialize and we need to sell Uganda. Let us forget about gorilla tracking. Let us see something else because gorilla tracking is already sold. You understand? So let us try to invest in culture, culture tourism. Then we did some research about the company called Matoke. It is new.
Matoke Tours.
Matoke Tours. It is new.
Is it new?
I would say it is. I would say it is new because I didn't see it then. Matoke Tours used to say that. Yeah.
Matoke Tours is doing great.
Very. Matoke Tours used to sell a tour in Bududa.
Just for culture, coffee.
There is a very big bullfighting, a local bullfighting in the Bududa. No one knows about it. So they used to sell a tour to Bududa in their itinerary of about 18 days. And when you look at that itinerary of 18 days, they only go in the national parks for about 3 days. And it is optional.
The rest is culture.
It's culture. You understand? You look at Matoke tours are very cheap. But where they are taking them, they are making it. You understand? So Bududa, I went to Bududa. My God, if you go to Bududa and attend that bullfighting, it is once a month.
Every month?
Yeah, but you have to spend to enjoy it, you need to spend 5 days because there is pre-events. You understand?
Accompany.
Yes, they go to register, they go to weigh.
The bulls.
Yes, they make bets. Hey, they make bets. There's betting. Which one is going to win? And then on the D-Day, that is when the fighting is taking place. But it is because it is culture. It is really authentic. There's nothing added in it. You understand? There's no, like you hear those ones abroad, they give them marijuana or drugs to be strong, but this one, nothing. And you see a bull fighting and the winner takes it.
Okay, that's why I'm asking, have we done enough? Have we adapted to the changing, trends? Because when you look at Uganda, it has a lot
to offer. That is very true.
When we only tap into culture, I mean, we have 56 recognized tribes in Uganda.
Yes.
Every tribe has its own way of living.
Yes.
Every tribe, the food, the weight, it treats its people. Man, have we done enough?
We are. I would say we are trying because now there's this guy of Karatunga. I don't know if you know
Karatunga.
him.
Yes, I know.
So if we get such people, and there's
to focus and specialize.
Exactly. There's another one I know called the place is called Ewafe. Aisha. So if we get such people to try to sell their culture, and there's another one called the one of Mitiana. This guy is a professor in Makerere University. If we get such people to promote cultures, I think we will get there. But now I can think of selling a tour, culture tour. But when I look at the places I need to take these clients to, they are minimal.
We have overcrowded Ndere. We have overcrowded.
Ndere to me would be something which is going to start if you're starting the trip or if you're ending the trip.
Just
because
to have
it
that
gives you a little bit of every. You understand? So it is better to start with Ndere or to end with Ndere. You understand? Start with Ndere or end with Ndere. Because if you have missed a culture somewhere, you can get it at what? At Ndere. Powate is really needed to be here. We have to keep it. It has to be our baby. Because it's one way we can publicize. You understand? Publicize. And then it's one way we can educate Ugandans about tourism. Because they don't know. You find someone who grew up in Mbalala, but they have never been in Lekemburo National Park.
Which
is a shame. When you ask them, they say, places for Wazungus.
So, as we conclude, have we done enough when it comes to media censorship? Is the top person doing what needs to be done? Because we have had Amos Wekesa talk like, hey, you people, the way we communicate.
To be honest with you,
I heard even the CEO Lily say we sat
the media.
Besides even the media, the UPDF people, the way, because it's the UPDF that puts out first things, the way they communicate, to teach them how to communicate, but it has failed.
Yeah, I don't know. Yes, I believe the media is doing a wonderful job, but only that the tourism sense is still missing in it. And the patriotism is also still missing because, I think media, big story gives them more money. I don't know. They want to
viewership.
I don't know if we can create a budget for them so that they cannot look at that breaking news as money. You understand? The government has done a lot for tourism. Only that there are few things we are missing. Few things, but they have done. To be honest, if there's an industry which is pampered in this country, tourism industry is a little bit being pampered a little bit. Because I remember before, a visa to Uganda was $100. And then with the help of our association chairman and then other tourism actors, they went to parliament and then they changed it to $50. As I'm telling you, the game is changing, which is good, which is making the industry to grow. Because if you can have ice cream today as your dessert in Pakuba, it is an achievement. Before, we used to pray around sweet bananas, and but if you can have a dessert of your choice in Pakuba, where there is no shop which is close to you for 100 kilometers, you understand? So it is really growing. And then we need to empower the education system. To be honest with you, someone can come from Makerere today. They studied tourism for about 3 years, but they know nothing.
There are people in this sector that have really done. Yesterday, Lily was awarded a Diamond Jubilee medal by the government. If you can name five
people
have done
a lot
for this tourism, and they deserve their medals before they die.
Before they die?
Yes.
Number one, there's a person called Amos Wekesa.
That one.
That guy.
He's called the gun of tourism.
I am telling you, he can make you want to join tourism tomorrow. He can make you want to join. But I see him nowadays is switching to the marathon, which is not good, but still it is tourism. Mice. Because that marathon of his, when it is in Kasese, you can't find the room.
Is his shifting to Tanzania going to affect any way of work in Uganda?
No, because that is another tool of marketing. Yeah, it is another tool of marketing. If you're in Tanzania and they know you're from Uganda, they want to see where you're coming from. You understand? You will see Tanzanians crossing to come. You understand? So Amos Wekesa would be number one. Then number two, there's a guy called Seguya. I don't know if you know him. Andrew Seguya used to be the ED of Uganda Wildlife Authority. That guy helped in changing in the systems, and then welfare for the rangers. I'm telling you, we used to go with the rangers in the game drive when they are stinking. Yeah, one uniform, a gun. You understand? So that guy also, he did a lot, I would say. And then there's a guy, few people know him because he worked for a very short time. But in terms of policies and work plans, he did a lot. That guy is called Cuthbert Baguma. Cuthbert Baguma. He was in ministry, then he came to UTB as the CEO. But he worked for a very short time. Cuthbert Baguma was good. And then when you look at the business people, in tourism, I said Amos, yes. There's that Heather of Churchill. I am telling you that she's an iron lady, I would say.
Churchill is old. I'm surprised. Very old.
She's very hands-on. Yeah, because even now, if you call her, she's in her office working. If not, she's on the shore somewhere in London or Budapest, whatever. She's everywhere. There's, I don't know if you know our chairperson of Otto. Her name is called CV Tumusime.
Yes.
CV Tumusime, she has really done a lot for our association. Yeah. Our association is rich today because of her.
Otto, your team leader is Elliot?
Elliot, no.
Is
Sive Tumusime is the chairperson.
chairperson.
And the CEO is Matilda Iremera.
Otto, Uto. The other one is...
Uto is the younger something.
the tourism
Yeah,
operator
but
as well.
Otto is the one which has been there since 2000. I think 2000. Year 2000. Because I remember we made 20 years, I think, in 2018 or 16 there. Yeah. So that one, CV Tumusime, also has helped a lot. And then when you look at, let's say, legends in legendary, the guy who switched the game from only old people
to young
to also young people to benefit was Edwin Muzahula. That guy is also...
From marketing in
Yeah.
UTB.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy also. Then Madame Lily Ajelova. She's a conservationist. You understand?
If you look at her trace,
Because she worked in
all
UA
the way.
before. Yeah. She's a conservationist and she's now in UTB, not by mistake. You understand? Not by mistake. So she's really doing a lot. The current minister, Tom Butime, because I remember there was a time our budget of tourism was a little bit less. So he had to go and sit the cabinet, explain to them. You understand? I remember by then the UTB team used to work until midnight to give reasons why their budget should be
increase.
at least kept the same or increased. You understand? They worked till midnight. You understand? And then, yes.
Those people.
Those people should be really awarded. Yeah, because they have done a lot for this sector.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Alpha.
course.
And your parting shots, your last takeaway, that one thing you not leave this seat without telling a young person in the tourism sector.
Oh,
But it also cuts across to every stakeholder.
okay. A young person, let's say the young people are in villages or in where the tourist attractions are, when they see a tourist, because our culture or our nature in Uganda, we smile. Please smile. Don't be harsh on them. Because I remember in Lake Mburo National Park, to take a photo for those people, they really get hard on you. But please, just welcome them. That is number one. Two,
People had faces of...
yeah, they should, smile. Just like them. They're a blessing to you.
And now also these ones who are practicing tourism, like the tour operators.
The young people, let them not give up. Tourism is not like tomato selling. That one deal is going to come. And you're okay. You're going to be okay.
Just like you got 850
That
pounds.
was, instead of dollars. So that one deal is going to come. And actually, I didn't tell you, when we got that money, we changed our offices from the containers to communications house. Yeah. So
that
upgrade immediately. Let them let them calm down. The business is there. The business is there. Only that is time. They have to invest in time. Then my wish to government. Government, this is something small. Actually, they may see it as small. They should they should respect people who are licensed to do their business. The schools running trips, it is very wrong. I am a tour operator who is licensed to run trips. They are licensed to educate people. You understand? There's that small company which can survive on that small money. You understand? Let them stay in their lane as we are in our lane. You understand?
We just find ways of collaboration.
Yes,
and
collaboration.
working
Yes,
together.
we can give them commission, but let them do their job. Because I am not a doctor. I have to respect a doctor. I am not a teacher. You understand? Yeah, but they collect so much money and then they take our kids to the trips, but they don't get what they are supposed to get. You understand? They don't get what they are supposed to get. Imagine your child is taken for a tour at Freedom City. You understand? I mean, tour at Freedom City, Acacia Mall. It doesn't make sense, really.
The luckiest they go at the museum.
That one, yeah. They really avoid those places where they have to pay. You understand?
They see Mapera.
Around there, you know. And let's say, I'm not bragging, but my kids have been everywhere, in those malls, whatever. You understand? So they need to see. They need to see Bigobi Amgenyi. They need to see the Chambura Gorge. They need to, because it is an educational trip, they need to see that Western Rift Valley.
I think what my school did for me in O level and why I loved tourism from way is taking me to Mabelga Nyinamwiru.
Yeah, and when you
see how those stalactites and stalagmites come up and all that form. Yeah. I think that madam, I still salute her. This is the Destination 256 podcast. We are trying to bring out all this tourism narrative. We are trying to bring out what really Uganda offers, what you need to experience, what is not told to you out there. We are changing the publication you're having on your internet. We are giving you the real thing you need to have. Yes, it's been me, Zingo Zal, and I'm your host for Destination 256. Thank you. Keep it locked. Subscribe to our YouTube, TikTok, and everywhere. It's area code 256. It's where you'll be going to find this every now and then. Every twice a month. Thank you.